viewers. You're welcome to Better Faith e-learning platform. My name is Mrs. Eunice Egwasa, and I'm going to be teaching you social studies for basic 4 and primary 4 classes. Please get your writing materials, settle down, pay good attention, and take your jots, okay? Good. So today we're looking at the topic, population and housing. Can you say that after me? Population and housing. Good. All right. What do you think the word house means? Have you heard of the word before? I'm very sure. Because you are living in a house. You live in a house. I live in a house too. So we're talking about that house you live in. And population as well. So what is a house? A house is a place where we live. It is one of the basic needs of man. When daddy and mommy goes to the office, they'll come back to a place called house. When you go to school, you come back to a place called house. So such a place is a place of comfort and safety. A place where you retire, you refresh, you freshen up. So it's a house, it's a building. And because you are there, it's a home. You make up the home. But the building is the house, the structure. Good. And we have various types of houses. So we're going to be looking at the various types of houses. I have just few of them on the board. I have example of types of houses. We have huts, we have duplex, we have bungalow, we have story buildings or skyscrapers. We have igloo, we have log cabin, we have castles, and we have mud houses. I'm going to explain little for you so you understand. But we have so many types of houses. Huts. Huts is usually made with palm fronds, with trees, plants. The materials are gotten from plants. And it's usually found in the villages, in the urban settlement, the villages, not in the cities. It's usually a small house. Simbi lives in a hut. Ade lives in a hut. I'm sure you've heard that. So it's a small house made with rapiers, made with palm fronds. It's just a small place of abode, a small place where you can live in. We have duplex. Wow, this is usually found in cities, in towns. You don't see duplexes in villages. It is found in towns like Benin City, Lagos State. You can find your duplex. It's a big house. It has the kitchen and room downstairs, and then upstairs you have rooms. You have toilets, you have a lot of facilities in a duplex. It's a big house to live in, beautiful houses. It's built with stones, with cement, with sand and water and lots of other materials. It's a solid type of house. We have bungalow, also very solid, found in cities as well, but usually a down house. It doesn't have another one on top like you have in duplexes. It's usually a down house with all the rooms, the kitchen, the toilet, everything in one place and down, not a story building. We have story buildings. Some of you live in a story building, maybe in a 4-flat apartment, then your own is upstairs, some persons live downstairs. Even in your school is a story building. Some of you have classes upstairs, some have downstairs. So a story building is a building that has structures both down and up. Some could be 1 story, 2 stories, 3 stories, as the case may be. And when the stories increases, it is called a skyscraper. If you want to see a skyscraper, you go to Lagos. You see lots of skyscrapers in Lagos. These are buildings, story buildings that are very, very high-raised building. Then we have igloo. Igloo is a house that is built with ice. It's a house, special kind of a house built with ice block. During especially those people that lives overseas, that lives where there is snow, where there is snowfall. It is built with ice. and it's a small house, very small, with the inlet or the door is usually very small, and it makes the people inside feel warm. It's a ice house or snow house. Then we have log cabin. Log cabin, from the word log. What do you think of the word log? Log means wood. Log cabin is a house made with wood. It's a wood house. Then we have castles. Wow, like in the stories you've read, like you've watched some cartoons as well. Castles are usually found in United Kingdom. It's a big house with different apartments, different big apartments put together. And castles are usually buildings where you find royalties like kings and queens, princes and princesses. So that's a castle. It's a big house. It's a royal house. Then we have the mud house. Mud house is the type you find in the villages, in the urban settlement, and it's built with mud. Mud. So mud house is built with mud. Good. Then we move to population. The word population. Population has to do with the total number of people living within a particular political or geographical boundary, such as town, a nation, or the world at large. Take it again. Population has to do with the total number of people living within a political, geographical boundary, such as town, a nation, or the world at large. So the number of people in a particular place make up population. So what does population have to do with housing? Come to think of it, what's the relationship between population and available number of houses? The more people we have in a particular geographical area, the more need we have for us to have more houses. So as the number of people increases, that's as the population increases, the number of houses will also increase. So the people will have a place where they can call their home or their house. Increase in population will also give rise to increase in the number of available houses. When there is decrease in population, when the total number of people living in a particular area is low or is down, has gone down, then the number of houses will also go down. So population is equal to number of houses. Then what are the causes of house shortage in Nigeria? What do you think is the cause of house shortage in Nigeria? When you say house shortage, that means the number of houses in Nigeria is not equal or it's not sufficient for the number of people living in Nigeria. So what do you think is the cause of house shortage in Nigeria? So please pay attention, listen carefully as I explain to you the causes of house shortage in Nigeria. Number one is population increase, like I said earlier on. The more number of people we have in Nigeria, the more problem we have for provision of houses. So when population increases, there will be shortage of houses or accommodation. Two, building materials like cement, planks, rods, roofing sheets are very expensive. So because of that, people can't build houses because building materials are very expensive. So that's another cause of house shortage in Nigeria. Three, many people do not have enough money to build their own houses. So if you don't have money to build a house, there will be shortage. Four, the cost of building a house is too high. So because of that, we have shortage of houses in Nigeria and so many other causes. So many other things that leads to a shortage of houses in Nigeria. So what do we do? What solution can we profile to prevent the shortage of houses in Nigeria? So solution to shortage of houses in Nigeria. Number one, people should economize their money. so that they can have enough savings. So the solutions to shortages of houses in Nigeria. Like I said, people should learn to economize their money so they can have enough savings to build their own houses. You don't have to spend everything on food. You don't have to spend everything on clothes, material things. You don't have to spend everything on luxury. People should learn to save their money so they can have their own houses. They can build and have their own houses, or even buy their own houses. Number 2, government prices of building materials should be reduced. Remember, one of the causes of shortage of houses in Nigeria is as a result of increase in the prices of building materials. So governments on their own should bring down the prices of building materials so that people can easily afford them and then have their own houses. It will enable individuals to build their own personal houses when materials are the price of materials are reduced. And again, government should make land available at a very reduced cost so that people can build their own house. Without land, you cannot build. So government on their own should make land available. The problem of land tenure system should be removed. Government on their own should make land available so that people can buy land and then build. Banks should also give loans. Banks should learn to give loans to people who want to build their own houses. Their customers, people doing business with them, saving with them, doing transactions with them. Banks should give them loan, money, extra money, more than the one they have in their accounts, so that they can buy land and build their own houses. And lastly, government and wealthy individuals should build low-cost houses and sell to people. The payment should be made in installments over a number of years. There are some people that are rich, they have money, they are investors, they have money, they are doing businesses. These people and government as well can buy land, build, and sell at low cost to individuals. So all of this will help to profile the solution to the problem of house shortage in Nigeria. Please, let's take it back. Population and housing. We've been talking about population and housing. And I said a house is a place where we live, a place where you go to after the work of the day. It's a place of comfort and safety. It is one of the basic needs of life. Man needs shelter. That's house, accommodation. Man needs shelter. It is very, very important. So we have different types of houses. We have hut, duplex, bungalow, story buildings or skyscrapers. We have igloo. We have log cabin, castle, mud houses. We have detached buildings. We have semi-detached buildings. We have lots and lots and lots of different types of houses. And we have the word population. Population has to do with the total number of people living in a particular political or geographical boundary, such as a town, a nation, or the world at large. So what is the relationship between the population and the available number of houses? I said the number of people in a particular geographical area, if it increases, the number of houses will also have to increase because they need a place where they can call their home or house. And if the number of population, the population decreases, the number of or the demand for houses will also drop or reduce. So what are the causes of house shortage in Nigeria? There are so many causes of house shortage in Nigeria. We have population increase. We have building materials like cement, planks, rods, roofing sheets. They are very expensive. So when these building materials are expensive, individuals cannot afford them. and because of that, they cannot build their own house. Many solutions to shortage of houses in Nigeria. I take them again. Number one, people should economize their money so that they can have enough money to build their own houses. Instead of spending on clothes, food, and other things, you should save and build your own house. Then government should reduce the prices of building materials so as to enable individuals to afford them, buy them, and then build their own houses. Government should make land available at a very reduced cost so that people can build their own houses. And banks should give loans so that people can build their own houses as well. So these are some of the solutions to the shortage of houses in Nigeria. Everything that has problem has solution. Then please remember that practice makes perfect. So I'm going to give you these practice exercises. Make sure you practice them on your own. Number one, mention 3 types of houses found in Nigeria or in your locality, your area, your own area. Number 2, state 3 causes of house shortage in Nigeria. I take it again. Number 1, mention 3 types of houses in your own locality, your own area. Number 2, state 3 causes of house shortage in Nigeria. Please make sure you practice these exercises and make sure you always read your books. Thank you very much.